So, Susan, what's happening here today?
Well, this is a big day that we've all been waiting for. Our rescued Florida Panther kitten, Yuma, has been being raised and is now old enough to go out into the big exhibit. And he is now 7 months old, and he's doing great, has grown a lot. And so we'll see him coming out into this new enclosure.
Back in mid-January, my biologists were out doing research with the Conservancy of Southwest Florida biologists, and they came across this kitten in the National Panther Refuge down there in Collier County. And he was non-responsive, had a very below body temperature. They assumed that he had been abandoned, and they got him to the veterinarian, who basically nursed him back to health. And then after he was well enough, he went to rehabilitative care at the Tampa Lowry Park Zoo. And after he was there for a little bit, he came up here, and this is where he'll live.
I just want to say good morning and welcome. My name is Kim Tamiel. I'm park manager here at Ellie, Schiller, Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park. And on behalf of the Department of Environmental Protection and the Florida Park Service, I'd like to welcome you and thank you for coming today to celebrate this Florida Panther's amazing story. A Florida Panther that we've come to know as Yuma. So today is Yuma's big day, and Yuma gets to move into his big habitat so that he can be an ambassador for his kind. And he is just like a little kid. He is rambunctious and he is ready to go. Okay, let's go with a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As with any cat, Yuma took his time and moved into his new surroundings cautiously, with a little urging from the crowd.
Yuma was about a month old when he first came to Lowry Park. I actually first saw him when he was still at the specialty clinic in Naples. I was doing panther captures with the FWC Panther biology team, and he was brought into the facility there. So I went to the clinic, and I was actually able to see him when he was probably 48, 36 hours into the hospital. Yeah.
So he was in pretty bad shape then.
He was critical, very critical. Blood glucose was very low when he was found. He was hypothermic. He was a very fortunate cat that Dave Schindel actually found him. What could have been a very tragic, scenario for the panther population, and certainly this individual cat, has turned into, quite a celebration actually. He looks spectacular. He does look spectacular. He's grown as I expected he would, and he's engaged in his environment. They've done a lot of marvelous work here to get him acclimated to this, so he has no hesitations about coming out with a lot of guests.
He looks, I thought he'd be shy, but he seems to not be bothered by people.
No, and that's one of the things that we wanted to work on when we did have him at Lowry. We knew this cat was going to be, a managed cat. He was going to be an ambassador, so to be a good ambassador, you need to be good with people, and hopefully he's acclimating well enough that he will be a good ambassador for us.
He's come from the wild. And of course we know Florida Panthers are an endangered species. There's only 100 to 160 estimated left in the wild. So he's a miracle story, and he's very important. And we're glad to have him here.
Well, Yuma is settling into his new habitat nicely, and he'll be a great educational ambassador for many years to come. You can see Yuma at the Ellie Schiller Homosassa Springs Wildlife State Park.